Hey, what's up everybody? In this video, we're gonna take a look at Masquerade Belle from Beauty and the Beast. Masquerade Belle is one of the 5 new Masquerade Tsums that came out in October 2021. So if you're interested in seeing a video about Masquerade Belle, then definitely you found the right place. But let's first take a look at her ability description. And the ability description is starts fever time and clears random groups of Tsums in one go. And Masquerade Belle, like all other Masquerade Tsums, will automatically start fever when you activate her skill. So if you're already in skill and you activate her ability, that will count as 2 fever. But if you're not in fever time yet and you activate her ability, it will automatically start the fever regardless of how much you have it charged up already. So right now, the demo that you're watching is a skill level 1, and the skill range for skill level 1 is extra small. And in order for you to activate Masquerade Belle's ability, you will need to charge up her ability by clearing a total of 14 copies of her Tsums on the screen. Her minimum score is 22 with a maximum score of 1108. So it's pretty good for a maximum score, but pretty bad for a minimum score, but that's as expected when you have a high maximum score. But if you do want to get Masquerade Belle to skill level 6, you will need to get a total of 36 copies of her in the premium box. So now let's talk a little bit about strategy. So the ability for Masquerade Belle, what happens is there is a, I guess you could call it like an X shape that gets burst. There are 5 flowers that will pop up, 1 in each corner and then 1 in the center. As you level up Masquerade Belle, that center burst will get bigger and bigger, and really that's the only thing that really changes. And one of the strategies to using Masquerade Belle is you want to let all these Tsums settle before you activate the ability. That will maximize your chain, and if you maximize your chain, you will get more coins that way. And then the second thing you want to do is before you activate her ability, you want to make sure or try your best to get rid of all the magical bubble as soon as possible. And the reason for that is the magic bubble will take up some space, and therefore you'll have less space for Tsums, therefore you get a smaller chain. So one of the things you want to do is just pop the magical bubbles and then also wait a couple of seconds before you activate the ability. Now what I also want to show you is a side-by-side comparison between skill level 1, 2, and 3. And really the primary difference here is the skill range. For skill level 1, the skill range is going to be extra small. Skill level 2 is going to be small. And then finally for skill level 3, the size is going to be medium. And again, that size reference is that small bubble that's in the center area. It doesn't change the burst bubbles that are in the corner, so in the top left, top right, bottom right. You could treat those as almost the same size as a magic bubble, but the center one is the one that will get bigger as you level up per skill level. And check it out, between skill level 1, 2, and 3, all 3 of these are really my first try at using Belle at skill level 1, 2, and 3, so relatively the experience of using it is relatively consistent. Belle at skill level 1, 2, and 3 isn't really worth getting just yet because they're really not viable for coins. The demonstration that you are watching right now, I am playing with a 5-4 and coin boost on, so in reality I am investing a little bit more into playing these demos than you normally would if you are not playing with the 5-4 and coin boost. And if you are playing without the coin boost on and as well as the 5-4 on, it's likely that you're going to get less coins because it's going to be harder for you to make longer chains and also harder to activate her ability. And what I also tried here is to see if it's worth waiting a couple of seconds before activating the ability, which is one of my tips. And the results were that you definitely should wait a couple of seconds before you activate the ability because having those gaps in between the ability would really make it harder for you to make longer chains and get less coins. So you really want to stick to the strategy of just giving it a couple of seconds before you activate the skill and also get rid of the magic bubbles. And really the sequence should be that you clear the magic bubble first and then wait for the Tsums to settle. That would be the better order of the two. Now what I also want to show you is a side-by-side comparison when the abilities are all activated at the same time, so that way we could see what the differences are in side-by-side comparisons. Okay, so here it is, Masquerade Belle, the ability activated at the same time, and it's really 3D animated there. Let me slow it down for you so you can see it closer and what the 3 differences are. So Belle will come out with her dress, and then this is what I was talking about. Each of those roses represents the area where it's gonna pop, and as you notice, the center area gets popped a little bit more. And check out this X shape. You can really tell that at skill level 3, the X is a little bit bigger compared to skill level 1. Skill level 1 and 2 kind of look similar, but you could see that on the top right hand corner it does get a little bit choppy. So take a look at the chain here and really focus on the center area. For skill level 1, I got a chain of 9, skill level 2, I got a chain of 10, and skill level 3, I got a chain of 12. And like I mentioned, the ones in the top left, top right, bottom left, and bottom right, those remain pretty consistent between skill level 1 through 6, so those you don't really see changes. It really comes down to that little center bubble in the middle. Alright, now let me also fast forward here to show you the coin earnings for these 3 skill levels. And at skill level 1, I got 1,280 coins. Skill level 2, I got 1,744. And skill level 3, I got 1,834. And as I mentioned earlier, I am using the 5-4 and coin boost for these demonstration, so really not worth it for coin earnings just yet, but they will get better at the higher skill level, so stay tuned. I will be doing more reviews on the higher skill level. But that's pretty much it for Belle at skill level 1, 2, and 3, and hopefully you found this video helpful in determining if you want to invest in Masquerade Belle or not. And if you found this video helpful or at least entertaining, definitely don't forget to subscribe, and as always, thank you so much for watching.